In the last video I sent you a link for, I covered the sign-in screen. In this video, I'd like to cover what happens after you sign in. The first screen you'll come to is called the Photo Selector screen. At the bottom of that screen will be three items that I want to cover: the main menu, the account, and the sign out. So let's sign in. And I've set up a temporary password and username for my sister, so I'm logging in as her. And this is the Photo Selector page, the first page that all of you will come to. This is the page where you select an event or a person. Click Launch, get Thumbnails, select any one of the thumbnails. Then you can single step through or play a slideshow. Running across most of the screens on the Hill & Nichols website is the shortcut bar, which is the red bar that runs across the bottom. On there, all of you will get at least three items: main menu, sign out, and account. Those are the things that I want to cover in this video. Over time, others of you will get additional items, and they will appear down here below as well. But for now, this is what you get. The main menu actually is of very little use in the early stages of your use of the Hill & Nichols website. It just gives you three options, which are basically the options you get at the bottom of the Photo Selector screen. The other two options are account and sign out. The account page is where you change your username and password. You can also change your names. As you see, I assign to each person multiple names: first name, nickname, middle name, last name, familiar name, maiden name. Now, the only one there that may not be obvious is what familiar name means. That is the name that we all call you by, or tend to call you by. For instance, Chicky, we rarely refer to her by her given name. So, on her familiar name, it would be Chicky or Chicky Ollinger. If the first name and nickname are the same, that means the person really doesn't have a nickname. The familiar name, going back to it, is the name you will see in lists that you select people from. However, behind the scenes, when I search, responding to keystrokes that you enter in, I actually search across all these names. So that's important to know when you're doing a search. So this is an important screen for you, mainly because you'll want to change sometimes your username and or password. Now, it will not allow you to change your username or password to something I do not allow. For instance, for your username, you cannot select a name that is already in use. For instance, I'll put in Jerry, which is my username, and try to use it. And it gives me an error message. Sorry, the username you entered has already been taken. So it will not update the username to Jerry. So I have to go back and put in what it will accept. And currently it'll accept SSS for my sister or other usernames, as long as I don't select one that is already in use. Now, the third option you get at the bottom of your screen is sign out. When you're done on the Hill & Nichols website, it's good housekeeping to sign out. What happens when you sign out is you literally kill your session. And now you could not get into any of the screens without signing back in, because you do not have a valid session that the system recognizes. It gives you a link on the sign out page to go right back to the sign in page. And here, because it already remembers the username and password, and focuses on sign in, I could just hit enter and it signs me in. Going back to the main menu for a moment, the reason I put this here is that in the future, the number of things that you will be able to do on this website will grow. In a future video that I will prepare, I'll show you the screen that I get when I come to the main menu, and you'll see I get many selections that I can do. But for now, I limit you to just a few items, one being the photo selector page, and for some of you, you'll get an additional screen, which I'll show you in the next video. That's it for now. Thank you all much, and I love you dearly.